The sky above Earth burned for 9 straight days, not with fire, with stars. Every night thousands of glowing objects floated silently above the planet. No attacks, no sound, no messages, just watching. Then on the 10th day, humanity disappeared from half the planet. Entire cities became empty. No bodies, no blood, only silence. And in the middle of that silence, one girl heard a voice that whispered from the stars, "Find me before they do." Her name was Lyra Vance, and she was about to discover that humanity had never truly been alone. Year 2189, Earth no longer looked alive. Massive storms circled the oceans like giant scars. Cities stood broken beneath endless clouds. Satellites drifted dead through orbit. The war had changed everything. People called it the arrival. Nobody knew where the alien civilization came from. One moment the sky was empty. The next, giant black structures appeared above Earth. No warning, no communication, only gravity waves powerful enough to shut down every military system on the planet. Humanity attacked first. Humanity lost first. The war lasted 6 months. Then the aliens vanished. But before leaving, they took millions of people. No one understood why. Now survivors lived underground inside protected cities called havens. Lyra lived in Haven 7 beneath the frozen ruins of northern Canada. She repaired old communication systems for the resistance. 26 years old, quiet, sharp-eyed, always carrying the pain of losing someone. Her younger sister Ava disappeared during the final night of the arrival. No body was ever found. For 7 years, Lyra searched every survivor database in existence. Nothing. Most people accepted the dead. Lyra never did. Every night she listened to old radio frequencies from deep space. Static, noise, ghost signals. Until one night, the signal changed. A soft voice echoed through her headphones. Not robotic, not human, gentle, almost afraid. "Lyra." She froze. The voice continued. "They are searching for me." Her heart pounded. "Who are you?" she whispered. Static crackled. Then, "The girl beneath the mountain remembers the stars." The signal died. Lyra stared at the darkness around her. Nobody knew that phrase. Only Ava used to say it. When they were children. The next morning, Lyra brought the recording to Commander Elias Ward, leader of Haven 7, former military officer. A man hardened by war. He listened silently, then removed the headphones. "You should forget this," he said. Lyra narrowed her eyes. "You heard it. Someone used Ava's phrase. Or someone wants you to believe that. The aliens are gone." Elias looked toward the ceiling, as if he could see the surface beyond layers of metal. They never truly left. Lyra noticed fear in his eyes. Real fear. That terrified her more than the signal. "There's more you're not telling me," she said. Elias stayed silent. Then finally, 3 scouting teams disappeared near Sector 12 this week. Surface raids? No. He leaned closer. They were taken. Lyra felt cold, the same way as before. Elias nodded slowly, then handed her a small data drive. Last transmission from Team Echo. The footage began. Snowstorms, ruined buildings, a broken highway. Then the camera turned. Something stood in the fog. Tall, thin, covered in dark silver armor. An alien. Its glowing white eyes stared directly into the camera. Then the feed cut. Lyra swallowed hard. "Where is Sector 12? Elias hesitated, then answered quietly. "Near the old impact zone." Lyra's blood froze. The impact zone. The exact location where Ava vanished 7 years ago. That night, Lyra stole a surface vehicle and left Haven 7. Snow crashed against the windshield as she drove through frozen ruins. Broken towers stretched into the sky like dead giants. The world felt abandoned, but she kept hearing the voice. "Find me before they do." Hours later, she reached Sector 12. The impact zone looked wrong. The snow had melted in a perfect circle nearly 2 kilometers wide. Steam rose from the ground. In the center stood a massive crater, and inside the crater, something glowed. Lyra climbed down carefully. Her pulse thundered. The glowing object looked like a black crystal buried beneath the earth, alien, ancient, alive. As she approached, the crystal suddenly cracked open. A bright blue light exploded outward. Lyra stumbled back. Then she heard breathing. Small, weak. Inside the crystal chamber lay a child, not human, not fully alien. The child looked around 10 years old. Pale silver skin, glowing veins beneath the surface, large dark eyes filled with fear, and somehow familiar. The child looked at Lyra, then whispered softly, "You came." Lyra could barely speak. "Who are you?" The child trembled. "My name is Orin." A distant sound echoed through the storm, metallic, mechanical. The child's eyes widened in terror. "They found me." Suddenly the sky above the crater turned red. 3 enormous ships emerged through the clouds, silent, watching. Lyra grabbed Orin. "Run." The ground exploded behind them. Tall, armored alien figures descended from the ships. Their movements were unnatural, precise, cold, like machines wearing living bodies. Blue energy blasts ripped through the crater walls. Lyra and Orin escaped into underground tunnels beneath the ruins. Darkness swallowed them. The alien soldiers followed. The tunnels stretched deep beneath the frozen city. Old subway systems, collapsed shelters, forgotten remains of humanity. Lyra and Orin hid inside an abandoned medical station. The child shivered violently. His glowing veins flickered weakly. Lyra searched the room. Most supplies were dead, broken, useless. Finally, she found an emergency thermal blanket. She wrapped it around him. Orin stared at her carefully. "You are afraid of me," Lyra answered honestly. "Yes." The child looked down. "I understand." Something about his sadness hurt her. He didn't sound dangerous. He sounded lonely. "What are those things chasing you?" Lyra asked. Orin whispered one word. "The collectors." The room suddenly felt colder. "They destroyed my people." Lyra frowned. "Your people attacked Earth?" Orin shook his head slowly. "No." He looked directly into her eyes. "You were never our enemy." Silence filled the station. Then Orin raised his trembling hand. A glowing symbol appeared in the air. Suddenly, Lyra saw memories. Not hers, his. Massive oceans beneath purple skies, towering crystal cities, alien children laughing, music made from light, peace, then darkness. The collectors arrived, gigantic living machines from deep space. They consumed worlds, not for resources, for consciousness, for memory. Entire civilizations absorbed into a single endless intelligence. Orin's species fled across galaxies searching for refuge. Then they discovered Earth. Human minds were unique. Resistant, impossible for the collectors to fully control. Orin's people came to warn humanity, but fear turned the warning into war. Humanity attacked. The collectors followed the signal directly to Earth. Lyra gasped as the vision ended. "No." Orin's eyes filled with tears. "My mother tried to stop the war." "What happened to her?" "She stayed behind so others could escape." The child lowered his head. "She died protecting your world." Lyra stared silently. Everything humanity believed about the arrival was a lie. Suddenly alarms echoed through the tunnels. Movement, heavy movement. The collectors found them. Lyra grabbed her pulse rifle. Orin panicked. "You cannot fight them. We don't have a choice." The walls began glowing red. Metal twisted unnaturally. Then one of the collectors stepped through the wall itself. Its body shifted constantly. Part machine, part living shadow. Thousands of whispering voices echoed from inside it. Human voices, alien voices, stolen minds trapped forever. Lyra fired. The energy rounds passed directly through the creature. The collector tilted its head, then spoke using hundreds of layered voices. "The child belongs to the continuum." Orin screamed. The collector moved toward him. Lyra grabbed a power core from the station wall. She overloaded it. The explosion shattered the hallway. Flames swallowed the tunnel. She dragged Orin deeper underground as the station collapsed behind them. Hours passed. Eventually they reached an old transport chamber.